Okay, so happy Wednesdays. More Starsector with the Nexerlin and Star Wars mods. Gimpy is currently level 30, using a mod to get up to level 40. Why? Because we can. Gotten most of the boxes that I think we're going to get. We'll probably grab a couple more, but none of this stuff is really critical at this point. But anyway, that's where we are there. Oh, and if you're interested in see what mods I'm currently using, just type in !SS mods in chat. It'll give you a link to a little file listing off all the different mods I'm using, not only like 3 or 4, as well as some stuff for modifying files that we'll talk about as we get going. So anyway, there's Gimpy. Our fleet. We have 38 or 40 ships in our fleet. Currently, we've got a lot of mothballed stuff. Basically, we're carting this stuff around, so we're going to be throwing this into our secondary fleet, these ships. So I got a first order, was it heavy first? Yeah, at heavy. So it's a Maxima class. It's a cruiser. So anyway, got a couple of those, got some other stuff. We've been beating up on bounties to get these guys. So anyway, trying to get them repaired. Currently mothballed because they're not combat ready. Don't want to worry about that. We're trying to get rid of these orange marks as much as possible, and we'll move those ships over to our backup fleet. But main fleet is the first 30 ships, although most of them, 6 of them are freighters, so they don't see combat. These are all the frigates. Main job is to chase stuff down after combat and that kind of stuff. They don't really see a lot of main combat. And then these are the main combat ships. So an Hulk, basically just a carrier. Legions, so we keep Ukrals happy. This is a Chiss Ascendancy battlecruiser, the Intego. It's pretty good. It's got a few ion cannons on it. Other stuff. It's actually a decent ship. 590 ordnance points compared to the 650 of the Allegiance. The Allegiance is just a straight up gunship. It's got a lot of stuff on it. It's mainly just for shooting other big ships. It's only got 6 small hard points for lasers and stuff, so it's not really good at shooting down fighters or faster moving stuff. But it's got the big guns for shooting slower stuff, and it's good at it. So I got that, and then we've got the Chiss Ascendancy Star Destroyer. That's right. Chiss Ascendancy's got an Ascendancy class Star Destroyer, which is basically just a cruiser. It's a cruiser. It's kind of like a smaller... Actually, no, this is more of a carrier one. It's got 5 fighter bays, so that's kind of a carrier. But we do have 2 of these Chaff class Ascendancy Destroyers. These guys are gunships. Actually, they're not really true gunships because they do have 2 fighter bays. But these 2 are the same, and they're twins. And this one is our flagship because that's the one I'm piloting. But they have 2 squadrons of fighters. One's like a fighter interceptor type, and the other one's just the Scourge bombers. But these guys are primary gunships for the most part. They're pretty good. They work in tandem or do well together. And then we have let's see. This is the New Republic Nebula Star Destroyer. It's okay. It gets the job done. We use it. It's done. Then we have 2 Victory 1s Star Destroyers, good as missile boats. We have 2 Acclimators, which don't get a whole lot of time doing much of anything, but they're there just in case. And then we have our favorite ship. Well, not really favorites, but they're very good at killing stuff. The MC-30Cs, Montcalm Iron frigates. Technically, they're destroyers in this game. They're basically missile boats. They've got 8 missile launcher head points, and we put torpedoes in each one of them. So there's 8 from that one, 8 from this one. Have them working with somebody else, and stuff dies because big ships don't dodge torpedoes very well. Usually we pair these guys up with our cruisers, so they come in and these guys are just sitting back, just launching torpedoes. It works. So that's our fleet. Oh yeah, and if you would like to be one of the captains here, all you need to do is just scroll down to the bottom of the chat window, see the little squirrel with the acorns next to it, or the number next to it. Click on that, and then choose Name Generator, and we'll go through the process of naming a captain after you. Keep in mind that some of them already have names. This guy is not taken. This is Vukrul's. That's Desperador. That's me. That's nobody. There's Soul Slicer. that. Now there's Eternal, and I think that's the only ones. But we got lots of space for captains. Basically, all our warships have captains. Unless you want to pilot a freighter, that's always possible too. Wouldn't be the first time. Keep in mind that as captains cannot die. The ship you're in can. More than likely it won't happen, but it could. But the captain himself can never die. Unless we fire him. Which is possible. But we never fire anybody. Okay, so that's our fleet. These are our colonies. All our governors are currently alpha cores because they're better than humans. Except for Gimpy's planet here. Gimpy doesn't actually have to do this, other than he gets a management bonus. Which having more than the maximum number of colonies under your pyramid, blah, 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 results in a stability penalty. No. Or bonus, if any. So, the penalty or bonus is 1 for each colony over or under. So, results in stability penalty while having it less results in stability. So, it's just a stability bonus. That one. So, stability. Stability 5. So, Gimpy's got the management bonus, but that's the only bonus we get. So it's good for Gimpy being the governor is good for like starting colonies because it helps with getting them stable or keeping them stable while they're developing. We should make him a better governor. Actually, could go in and screw with the settings files and give him like a really big, upper limit. Like give him like 100 or so. Don't do that, but you could. It's, get that stability really under control. Actually, it's even better is he could be the governor of multiple planets. And like I said, give him like 100 and then give him like 50 colonies and he would still have like a plus 50 to stability. That would be what we can call cheating. The Chiss Ascendancy has got a Star Destroyer and they're not giant triangles. No, they're different. They're different. They're blue people. They're different. So anyway, these are all the colonies. Stuff. Hey, almost everybody's making money too. What's your excuse? Has your own farming and mining. Industry and structure upkeep. Is that? Yeah, it's just not making a lot of money at the moment. That's okay. Give them time. Oh, we got room. We got another industry to build. How much money do I have? I got 1 million. So, what do we want to do with you? Extensive ruins. Rich farmland. We have farming. You know, all the ore and organics. We got the mining for that. So we can do other stuff. So, the commodities on the right. It's got a little gear. This is what we're producing. This is what they want. That is what we are importing. I think. That's our max. That's the maximum demand. No, that's 3. So what's the difference? Show the legend. Oh, there we go. So, demand met through local production. Demand met through in-faction imports. Demand met through imports from outside the faction. And then there's smuggling stuff. Blah, blah, blah. So that means we're not producing enough drugs within our faction, which is not a huge deal. Oh, sorry, this isn't drugs. This is body parts. These are harvested body parts. So, that's not a big deal. But anyway, this stuff is coming in through our faction. So that's good. So, the Nexerlin, I'm guessing it's the Nexerlin mod. One of the key things that's missing, I bring this up I think every time, there's no way to tell how much your empire is producing of any of this stuff as a whole. You can go to each planet and go, okay, yeah, they're good. But as far as an empire wide, there's no way to see how much stuff you're actually producing without, without going to actual individual planets and, doing it by hand. They need a screen somehow to show you, how you're doing. Are you plus 10 on food, or you're only like plus 1, that kind of stuff. So what do you need to focus on? Do you need more farming, or can you kick back or stop, producing so much food and go to something else? That kind of thing. So in this case, so here on this planet, we're producing 7, and then 3 of it's being exported. Right? Yeah, they only need 4 here, so the 3 gets to go out toward the Empire, or to the rest of the group. So that's kind of an important number, because it affects your development of everything. So now the question is, what do I want to build on this planet? Because we have room for our industry here. We got 1.5 million. Good commerce, fuel production. Can we do fuel production here? We're not producing any of the stuff for fuel, so don't do that. You do light industry to produce all those different goods, drugs, domestic goods, luxury goods, that kind of stuff. Do commerce for just plain up money, but it reduces our stability, which is currently only at 3. Now we had decivilized subpopulation. How do we get rid of them? Nothing at the point. However, an effective unknown population of survivors, brands and looters, stuff. Let me get rid of them. I don't think we can get rid of that stuff in this without a mod, I think. It may go away over time, but who knows? Could build a station. I don't think we have a station. I can't see if we have a station here, or what our situation. Where are we? Mandalore. How do we end up in Mandalore? We end up here. Oh, I think we're exploring. Yeah, we're exploring up here. Okay, that makes sense. Anyway, more stuff. The plan. Expand. Do more stuff. And how is building our own Death Star going? It's not, because we don't have the blueprint to make a Death Star. Otherwise, we'd be building one. Which reminds me, we didn't actually go over this stuff yet. Blueprints. So these are all our blueprints. I've got a number of Star Wars ship blueprints, mostly the big boys, the capitals. We don't have a lot of. We only have like a couple of class cruisers and maybe 1 or 2 destroyers, I think. Destroyers. So that's the freighter there, broadside. That's a Star Wars one, but it sucks. Dreadnoughts. This is the dreadnought with the fighters, right? Yeah, it's the carrier dreadnought. Okay, throw that in there. MC-33, so we can make as much of those as we want. So yeah, we don't have a lot of smaller Star Wars ships, unfortunately. More frigates, but there's a number of frigates in here, but we don't need any more frigates is the thing. We actually need, in all honesty, we need more destroyers and cruisers to build. But as far as cruisers go, we can only do the Mandalorian Gaddafi and the CIS Providence. Everything else is vanilla stuff. And having some more cruisers would be nice. Try calling Director Krennic? No, he's not answering. We're gonna have to send Vader over to talk to him or something. I don't know. Anyway, capital ships, we got tons. We got tons of capital ships. Unfortunately, no Death Star blueprint, though. Can make an executor, though, if we really want to. Anyway, so this is our heavy patrol, which is messed up, by the way. For some reason, it's not putting Star Destroyers in here. Carrier. Yeah, for some reason, the big ships actually aren't going in. Ship size, the biggest ones, and they don't go in. I don't know why that's not working. Because every time you change stuff here, it's supposed to change, the ships up here. And for some reason, Star Destroyers aren't part of it. We have, you know, see the Imperial one as being a thing as part of our patrol, but it's not being thrown in there for some reason. I don't know why. Ship quality thing. Ship quality, no big deal. Face ships we don't do. Warships, carriers. So again, doesn't matter. See, this is not right. This is not working right for some reason, and I don't know why. Not going to worry about that. Oh, and our fighter selection is not horrible. We can do K-Wings, we can do other stuff. We actually got a pretty good selection of fighters. Not all the ones we want, though, simply because I'm trying to focus on doing CIS ships, and unfortunately, we don't have. Again, this is a blueprint issue. We don't have any blueprints for most of the CIS larger ships, and we have no blueprints for their fighters, which would be nice. Actually, no. Do we have some for their fighters? I don't think we do, actually. Okay, so we do have these are the cheapy fighters. Oh yeah, the CIS fighters. We want the 10. These we have the 5-point fighters from the CIS, but we want the 10-point fighters and bombers because those are really good. And we don't have any of them, which sucks. So, but as you see, we have a lot of TIE fighter stuff. We have a few X-wings. Actually, no, we don't. We don't have any X-wings. Well, we have the tail wing, the twin tail wing. That's it. So we don't have any real X-wings yet. We don't have A-wings. We don't have the B-wings. We have one Y-wing. I think that's all there is in this, though. Yeah, we don't have any B-wings. The reason we like those is because they're smaller point cost, but they're still decent. So the K-Wings are really good, but they're expensive, and they're bombers. They're 15 points. The B-Wing, I think, is 10. The Y-Wing is 5 for bomber rules. So the Y-Wing is really good cheap. It's a really inexpensive bomber, and it gets the job done. B-Wing, a little bit better for 10 points, and of course the K-Wing at 15, which is the best of the three. That's why it's 15. Yeah, and then for some reason we don't have any X-Wing blueprints. But we have lots of TIE fighters, so no big deal there. So anyway, there's our blueprints. And then custom production. No, sorry. Reset. Change stuff? I hope not. You're supposed to be. Again, I don't know why all our ships aren't showing up properly. We're not getting all the ones we should be getting. But anyway. Oh, look, that doesn't change anything. Anyway, custom production. So this is how many C-bills, or not C-bills, credits we can produce of ships every month. 750,000 is dependent on how many heavy industries we have and how upgraded they are. We have like 3 or 4. So that's 750 is not too bad. As you can see, the little guys, those are the small ships. Actually, no, those are destroyers as far as capitals go. So the Assertor, which is, I believe, a Super Star Destroyer of type, isn't it? Yeah, it's a Super Star Destroyer of 15 kilometers. So that's 1 million. The Executor is 5 million. So it takes a few months to make an Executor, because this is per month. So we could build an Executor, be ready in what? 6 months? I think 6 months to build that, roughly. The problem is when we start producing stuff, this affects our income too. So like right now we're at 256. If we start building, you know, say $500,000 worth of, or 500,000 credit stuff, it affects our income. So we have to, you know, not build anything really super big until we can have extra money in the bank, so we don't go broke and can pay the troops. So, but anyway, what influences? It's the It's your ability to produce heavy industry, which is, there we go. So heavy industry is what does it. So as you can see, there's its production. I think it has to do with the it's ship hulls and weapons. I think it's how much you produce here affects your production. It also affects the quality of your patrols that are out flying around. So we need more of this, and how you do that is through the heavy industry. And then we've modified this one a couple of times. It's got a beta level AI core, which reduces the upkeep by 25% and reduces demand by 1 unit. So every time you produce something, it's got demands and effects. It needs refined metals and transplutonics. That's the silver stuff. So that particular AI core reduces the demand of each one of those by 1. It also reduces the upkeep for the heavy industry by 25%. And then we also have the pristine nanoforge, which increases ship and weapon production quality by 50%. Increases heavy industry production by 3 units. Unhabitable worlds causes pollution and which becomes permanent. This is, of course, a habitable world, so it's going to have pollution, but who cares? It's frozen. So again, so that's what this thing is producing right there, the production, all those little icons. And if you have a couple of these floating around, that affects your production. Basically, I think if it's just heavy industry, I think it's 100, I think it's 50 or 70,000 credits worth of stuff per month, I think. Does it say anywhere? Monthly upkeep, production. So it doesn't really say. The custom production itself. There we go. So total production capacity 750,000. So Rocketville Mine is 175,000. Mickey's Mansion is another 175,000, and then Fondor is 150. Fondor does not have the same upgrades. That's why it's lower. And then our industrial planning is 1.5% or 1.5 better. So it's what, 50% bonus or something. I don't know what that actually is coming from. That might be a skill that Gimpy has. Production capacity is also limited by the availability of credits. If your net monthly income is negative, production will be reduced if you do not have enough credits on hand to cover the shortfall. So again, you have to make sure you have the money to actually produce stuff. So we only have 3 heavy industries. Fondor again doesn't have. I think it's missing one of the AI plugins. And then you can also do other stuff. So this heavy, and then you've got you can make improvements. This is using story points, and this requires 2 story points. If we do this, each improvement made at a colony doubles the number of story points required to make an additional whatever. Increases production by 1 unit. So in this case, production will, when it says by 1 unit, it means every type of unit gets produced by 1 or improved by 1. So you could do that. The pristine nanoforge is already adding 3. Is that right? Or is it 2? Oh, increases ship and quality protection by 50%. Increases heavy industry production by 3 units. So 3 units per thing. So that the nanoforge is huge. And the upgrade to orbital works is upgraded with orbital components that further facilitate ship construction, resulting in fewer manufacturing defects. Costs 300,000, 150 days to do the upgrade. We've got the money to do it. And what it actually does, it improves ship quality by 20%. So, is it worth it? Probably. And what they mean by ship quality, it's basically your patrol ships. It makes them just better. They don't start off with damage mods and that kind of thing. So the question is, do we really want to do that now? I don't know. We need to go through all our stuff and see how many industries we have available. Again, to get more industries on a planet based on its colony size. Max is 4 at colony size 6. So Rocketville, our capital, still got 1 more to go. So is that one. So you. So we got some decent sized colonies here, up in the 5 ranges. Oh, our tank, our fuel station. I think they're being pestered by pirates. That usually would be, with all the red stuff, that usually means pirates are a problem. What else should we build here? Because this is just Ludic Path. Oh, the Ludic Path, that might be the issue. Piracy. Yeah, see, we have pirates in the area. So we got a disruption in shipping. I've got ore deposits and abundant volatiles. So we could actually do fuel here. That's abundant. We should do fuel. Don't see fuel as an option. Do we already have it? We already have fuel production, so we don't need to worry about it. So what else then? Do farming, can't do tech mining. Can do more heavy industry. But we got to be careful there to make sure we're producing enough stuff. So we're going to actually do some refining to produce more metals for the heavy industry that's already out there, since we already have that. Oh, wait a minute. Ultra rich ore. What's this going to do? So it's going to bring in the stuff it doesn't have to make more into metals. So, yeah. Economy within the empire. It'll be fine. Anyways, that's you. And you. This is one we were originally looking at. What should we build here? So this is stuff we're importing. So that's food, no supplies. That comes from heavy industry. This is domestic goods. We can make what's the light industry, domestic goods and other stuff, and the drugs that are important to everybody. And demands organics. We're producing organics on the planet, so problem. So yeah, we do light industry. And we use more. And helping money too. Anyway, so that's Nemosine 2, Nemosine 1. You're at 2. Gonna hit 3 here in a second. We're not too much longer. Maybe at most. Mickey's Mansion. So refining, heavy industry, patrol HQ. Oh, I got space too. So this is a Ecumenopolis world. It has no actual resources. Basically, these things are just good for like producing stuff. They're basically a drain on your empire, but they produce stuff. Like this one's making 74,000 credits a month, and it's not really doing much. I mean, it's producing all this stuff, but what are we importing? Oh, that's right. We got to import all the stuff to make the stuff you have to be importing. So we have refining. That's to make metals. This is processing metals into stuff. We could do commerce to make more money. Sure, let's do that. Good. It's gonna reduce stability by 3, get it down to 2. No active comm relay in station, really? That's not good. To revisit that in a second, maybe. We're pretty far away actually, so we'll worry about that right now. Coruscant gas station. So making fuel for us here. Look at this, all this stuff. It's importing. Wait a minute. Fuel production. Oh, only making 3? That's not good. Need to plug something into this to get better fuel production, because this is a gas giant. All it's good for is volatiles for reducing fuel. It's producing 3. Oh, is it because we want 4? Oh, what do we want 4 fuel for? Spaceport's 2. Ah, that's why. The way station. See, we need more fuel production in the Empire. Yeah, these guys are kind of a drain. All they're good for is producing fuel. Gas giants. But, you know, that's what they're there for. So, anyway, that's Coruscant gas station. Delta. We're still growing. Oh, we got 2 of them in the same system. For something. Scattered ruins, rich farmland, which already got a farm. We've got some, yeah, we're going to need a mine here, produce that stuff. So, mining. And then maybe we'll refine some of this stuff too once it's up and running. Okay, so that's Delta Ferror, that is, and then Fondor. Heavy industry. So, another ecumenopolis. There we go. Ecumenopolis. Drain on the Empire, produce stuff. And why are you different? Heavy industry. Got an AI core beta. Why are you not producing as much as everybody else? As the other 2? Not sure why he's not producing as much. It looks like everything's being met. So I don't know why this is producing less than the other 2 stations or industries. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, well, that's all our colonies for now. Oh, wait a minute. What are you going to build here? What do we need? So importing food, metals, volatiles, fuel, domestic goods, stuff. So we could do more refining for the metals that the heavy industry wants. That way we're only pulling in the ore. Or you do commerce for more money. Let's do commerce. Okay, so that's it. So, now where are we and what are we doing? We are exploring. That's what we're doing. So, Mandalore. This is not the real Mandalorian system. We did a random galaxy, so all the systems are messed up. If we were doing a non-random system, this would be inhabited by the Mandalorians. But it's not. So, survey, survey, survey. So, decent planets here. Problem is it a problem? Okay, we're actually down in this area over here in the lower left. Yeah, there's Rocketville. So most of our colonies are in this area, then up here a little bit. So we could colonize Mandalore if we really wanted to, which is possible. Let's go. Basically, right now we're looking for blueprints. Blueprints is what we want. We have an outpost here. Full survey, full survey. So I guess we're going up that way. How are we doing on supplies? Like 2,500? We can live on 2,500 for a while. Oh, and this is the thing we need to get plugged in over in Coruscant, the gas station there. That produces 3 more units of stuff. Hey, Taco, welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Okay, let's go up here. Blue Giant? Yeah, let's go take a look at Blue Giant. Blue Giants. 3 Blue Giants right next to each other. Wonder if they're all in the same system. We spent a lot of money. Oops. We're up over 1 million. Now we're just under about 100,000. It'll be fine. Actually, We're going to go build an outpost, I think, on Terran, or on Mandalore here real quick. Just so we know that we can go back here to build stuff. Outpost. Go. Okay, so now we can come back here and get supplies if we need to. Now what's this? Taco, asking the important questions. Hey, Veronica, who is the coolest viewer?
Who is the coolest viewer? Let me think about that. Tully is pretty cool because he taught me how to count with an Irish accent. Sort of. Listen to this. This is American English. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is with a really bad Irish accent. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mrs. Kimpy's so proud I did that. Hey, so welcome back to Republic Falls today. The Republic already fell. Both the old Republic and the new Republic have already fallen in this game. This is just bad stuff here. Storms in the way. Storm got us. So all these planets are in there. All these stars are in the same system. We're flying around for a little bit. Transporters off. Yep, off. So it's a trinary system. Got a Stargate too. Let's go get that. Yes, transparent worlds. So the planets here suck. They usually do around giants, so it's not surprising. You're a trinary. Yes, we're trinary. We're trying really hard. Got pings, but that's the gate, isn't it? That was the gate that got pinged. No, there's something at the gate. Stuff floating in space. Look at all the ships floating around. Okay, let's scan the gates. Don't need to travel through it. Dominator. Heavy cruiser. Don't want it. It's all gonna be junk here, watch.
Hello Gimpy, it is time to take a break. Go get some more water while you are up. This break supports the purchase of Rocket's treats. If you would like to help Rocket feel like a puppy again, please visit gimpyknee.com/support or type !treats in chat. Thank you. Your next break is in 1 hour.
So, no lucky finds here, unfortunately. Was it that one playthrough I found a Super Star Destroyer out in the middle of nowhere? That was awesome. That need to be salvaged. Or it could be, sorry, it could be repaired. I think I got that once, right? I think it was a Super Star Destroyer. It didn't do anything for my run at all. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so I do need to take a ship, I need to take a break. Gotta go talk to Mrs. Gimpy. They're going swag. That colony just woke up or expanded there. But there shouldn't be any trinaries. There should only be do or do notary. Notaries. I want a notary. Anyway, do need to take a break. Talk to Mrs. Gimpy, see how Rocket's doing, see if he woke up from his nap yet. And that. So, gonna get up, stretch my legs, get some water, be right back. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video.